I also want to light a spark that ignites you to take action in an area where you've stalled or where you struggle, whether it's personally or professionally. Most of our business problems are actually personal problems masquerading as business problems. But it's how we respond to these struggles that makes them uniquely our own. Our personal responses to these struggles and to these challenges, to say nothing of where we are in our professional careers. Whether it's newbies or grizzled veterans, we have you intermixed in the room. So that makes our response to these struggles unique. When you think of the word sales or selling, what's the first words that come to mind? I think it's pushy, I think it's sleazy, I think it's annoying, I think it's bothersome, I think it's hard, I think it's yucky, I think it's uncomfortable. If we answered this survey right here, right now, you would say fun, essential, important. Yes, I need to sell. Yes, sales is important. Yes, sales is how I keep the lights on. And yes, I'm afraid to sell. Yes, I feel intimidated. Yes, I feel like I have these negative associations. That's where it begins. Like, in other words, can I have the courage first, then I can go do this thing? No, you got to go do the thing again and again and again, and then the courage comes. Doing that thing that scares you, or doing that thing that stretches you until such time as it no longer scares or stretches you. Say you want to play the ukulele. The action is you actually have to pick up the thing and go through your scales. The feeling is one of either excitement or, oh God, it's hard, it's arduous. Now I'm into the world of what comes before feelings. It's hard, it's arduous, it's repetitive, I don't want to do it, they're going to say no. Thoughts. It's your inner dialogue. Well, I'm a big believer in paying attention to the inner world concurrent with the outer world. Again, remember, action is the bridge between the two. Results are what we focus on, results are what we talk about, results are what we want. But everything that goes on in here, we tend not to. We're very isolated and alone in that. And I say, hey, how do you feel about actually you, Miss CSR, picking up the phone? You've got 100 monoline auto in your book of business, and you've got 100 monoline home, and you've got home and auto but no life. How would you feel about we actually pick up the phone and call them? And the first thought is, it's not my job, it's hard, I'm gonna get voicemail anyway, they don't want it, I'm gonna have to be perceived as, right? On and on it goes, a cascade of thoughts which generate feelings. Now what's at the root of that? Our beliefs that become our thoughts, which becomes our words, which become our actions, which become our habits, which become our values, which become our destiny. As if you're a team, the only way that you could do the third circle, which is practice, is to focus. I can't expect you to master a dialogue about asking for a referral at the same time asking you to master a dialogue about overcoming objections, outbound messaging effectiveness when you're calling, right? Don't we get voicemail when we call in the middle of the day to round? So what are you gonna say? Beep, go. You're gonna improvise right there? No, I wanna practice. If we're gonna make 10, 20, 30 calls a week, a month, a day, whatever the number is, shouldn't we do this? You've got to make yourself uncomfortable, sometimes by that much, sometimes by bounds, by yards. But we tend to avoid it. And the way to avoid the avoidance is to want to do it, is to be bought in. So do you hear what I mean when I say this is synonymous with things like commitment, willingness, desire, belief? You're with me. It's known by lots of different names. There's a lot of executive power in the room and a lot of leadership power. And they say, look, I don't want you to get process paralysis. People, you gotta focus on the victory. That's the goal. I say, yeah, the problem with just focusing on the victory is you don't get a chance to isolate the things that shape the victory. It was this many shop requests per week, 7, 9, 8 shop requests per week. And look what happened is week after week, we worked on the dialogue and we role played. Everybody's worst, least favorite activity, role play. We kept more and more policies as they were without changing deductibles, without trimming coverage. That's what happens when you focus on something and count it. And the owner was all focused on revenue and end results and retention numbers. I said, no, could we focus on counting what happens when the phone call rings and a customer says, my rate went up, will you shop it? And the way you improve daily behavior is by being rigorously honest with yourself. Just like I am with agents, and we put the numbers up on board and we enter the judgment-free zone. And we don't say, hey, your ask rate is low, ask more. We say, hey, our ask rate is collectively this area. What do you suppose is getting in the way? I'm scared that I'm gonna get rejected. Good for you, so is everybody else here. And we talk that through. And we practice working that through with language that's compelling. And does it shift right away? No. It's the aggregation of marginal gains. I am your greatest helper or your heaviest burden. I will push you onward or I will pull you down. I am completely at your command. I am easily managed. You must merely be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I am the servant of all great people, and alas, all failures as well. Those who are great I have made great. Those who are not, I have made them too. You may run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will lay the world at your feet. Ignore me, and I will ruin you. All together now, what am I? Habit. There it is, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you listening to me. I look forward to our workshop.